Prime Minister Benjamin Netanyahu is speaking. Let's listen.
Into segments, into fragments. You see the happiness, you hear their lives stories, the happiness that they had, and all this light was destroyed, was all by a hand of monsters. I told the families, and I repeat this again this evening, I apologize to you that we have not been able to bring them back alive. We were close, but we were not successful. And I repeat again this evening, Israel will not act as if nothing has happened during this massacre. Hamas will pay a very heavy price for this. The war against the axis of evil, and this specific one, against Hamas. And also in the north, we have set for ourselves 4 goals: to destroy Hamas, eliminate it, bring back all our hostages, to assure that other will no longer be a threat to Israel, and to bring back to the north our residents in security. 3 of these targets pass through one place, the Philadelphia line. This is the oxygen for Hamas. And I want to take a few minutes to the significance of what is this line, the Philadelphia line? What's the significance to Israel's security, to assure that we're not going to have another 7 October, another 7 October, and another October 7, as Hamas has promised to do. I want to show you, first of all, what we had over the years until we left. This is Egypt, Israel is here. You see the Gaza Strip. The distance to Tel Aviv is not that far. And it's just meters to the villages near it. To Eilat, this was an international border of Israel, from the sea to Eilat. Please enlarge it. If you look at this enlarged, you see all this. It's all in we are controlled. Ashkelon, Sderot, the kibbutzim, Kerem Shalom, and here on the bottom, Tzir Philadelphia, the Philadelphia line. It's all in our control. Now, if what happened is when we left Gaza, whatever the lines remained, the borders, they tried various. You remember the Marmara flotilla and others, but the land border, nothing came through. But the minute we left the Gaza Strip back then, and left the Philadelphia line, it's actually the border between Gaza Strip and Israel. The minute we left it, we had no blockage from massive insertion of war material, machines to manufacture weapons, all by Iran financing it and planning it. And all these things you see here came in through the Philadelphia Strip line and became a huge threat because there was no blockage there. That's what happened. And therefore, the question, and I'm being asked, if it was so bad, why didn't you conquer it? Why didn't you conquer it? And the answer is that we all the time tried naturally to attack it, especially after we left the Gaza Strip. It continued after the Morsi regime, through Mubarak, and always through, they came in with weapons through the Philadelphia line. there were three operations that in which we fought. Three of them I was in charge of as Prime Minister. We killed Jabber and thousands of terrorists, but there was no legitimacy as far as international arena is concerned. There wasn't international or even national agreement to do that. Now, the importance, I said this 20 years ago already. Sharon declared in 2003 that we get out of Gaza. 4 months later, on 26th of March 2004, I described what our demands, the minimal demands. The first my is controlling all the lines for crossing into Gaza by air, land, or sea. Philadelphia line that separates with Egypt will not be. If we're going to, I said, if we're going to give up on controlling the line between Egypt and Gaza, we'll have. When I resigned from the government, I told the Prime Minister Sharon a letter of resignation. As a minimum, I demanded that the Philadelphia line should remain in our hands. It's nothing new. It was clear that if we don't have this line, there's going to be rearmament in there. We're going to be creating a monster. The axis of evil needs the Philadelphia line for the same reason, and for that same reason, we must control it. Hamas insists that we should not be there, and for this reason, I insist that we will stay there. The presence on the Philadelphia line is important strategically and nationally. The world has to. We have to accept the fact that we are there. What's wrong? People tell me, we leave for 42 days and come back. And we were already in this movie before. We did this when we left Lebanon. They said the first missile will go back, comes in, we'll go back and reconquer it, and we'll have overwhelming international support. Well, they fired thousands of missiles, and there was no international support. Now, when we did this, they said, "What's the first missile that flies into? We're going to go into after 2003. We'll go in. 20 years passed, and we did not go back in. So whoever says there's not a problem to go back in, there is a problem, and how? And how there will be a problem. It's not easy to do that. It's not a question of tactical or military. It's a matter of huge. The whole world will exert tremendous political force not to go back once we go out, not to go back in. I tell you how hard it was. I withstood this pressure. It was how hard for us to get into Rafiah. Look what we paid for it. We had huge pressure on us not to go to the ICC. A day or two before the decision, they knew they were going to make the decision. We had an embargo of weapons. We paid with lives of our soldiers. But this is nothing compared to what we're going to have against us if we get out, and everybody knows the importance of this. We want us to end the war. That's what they all want. That we should end the war. And this line is different from all the other lines. It's central. It decides our entire future. Its importance is huge for us, but for the world, who wants to end the war? The last thing they want us to go back. They're going to have overwhelming force on it. The UN, and I don't want to go into details. I know what's going to happen. Why should we get into this trap? They tell us it's possible. I'm telling you that this will not bring the hostages back. On the contrary, I want to tell you, when we got into Philadelphia, only then we sensed that we felt a difference. For long months after the first transaction, Hamas didn't move a bit. You must declare in advance end of the war and to leave the Gaza Strip, and in effect let us control Gaza again, Hamas. The first crack, this doesn't bring release of the hostages, but the first crack in this, when we got into it, we controlled Philadelphia line and the Rafiah gate, and then suddenly Hamas started to talk about us. Then they moved backward because they thought Iran will save them, or Hezbollah will come and help them, save them. Now, they're hoping that international pressure or internal Israeli pressure will affect it. But the first change for possible was because we took control of the Philadelphia line. Once we get out of it, we will not be able to go back in. I said we're not going for I didn't say that we're going to be there 42 years. I did not say that. I know that if we go out, we may not go out, because when we left it last time, we didn't come back for 20 years. After we caught them in the neck, which can give us back the hostages, and also it's possible for them to transfer. They can transfer them. They can bring them from our hostages to the Sinai and elsewhere. They disappear. They can end up showing up in Iran. Absolutely not. After we got all of this, we're not going to get ourselves into a trap. It's not a technical military. It's a strategic governmental issue. People thought we can get out of this. We can get out of Lebanon. We can go back to out of Gaza. We can always go back. You should be more careful and make estimations like that, and consider all the components involved in this.
Hey, Sean Hannity here. Hey, click here to subscribe to Fox News YouTube page and catch our hottest interviews and most compelling analysis. You will not get it anywhere else.